Hey guys, welcome back. So it's a start of a new year, 2026, and I've been on the fence last year about starting this whole process. So I finally decided that 2026 is the year when I'm going to give this a go. I think I teased this in one video, but I said it and now I'm gonna say it again. So now I'm stuck with it. I want to try to make my own pipes. I fell in love with this whole restoration thing, and by restoring and learning about how pipes are constructed, I just came across last year I crossed the line where I just got into my head. At some point, you have to try this. I was waiting and waiting and trying to find the perfect moment for starting, and I also had enough anxiety about you never know if you're even capable of doing something, because I have so much respect for this handcraft. So I was like dreading it to start it, because what if I do not at all have anything to do in this in this business, doing your own pipes. But anyways, I just jumped into it. I had the opportunity. I talked to a pipe maker, and he said, I had a long discussion with him, but it ended up, he gave me some very rough blocks where he said, give it a go. I will just give you some of my throwaway pieces where I've drilled something wrong, and basically I can give you kind of a do-it-yourself block where I just drill on the lathe the tobacco chamber and the air hole, and put a very, very rough piece of ebonite on it, just like a square, and just take some sandpaper and a few tools and just have fun with it and just give it a go and see where it takes you. So I did that. So I had like a very rough square piece of, you know, the do-it-yourself kind of blocks that you can buy, but on those the stem is completely done. On this, there was just like a square piece of ebonite sticking out. Only the drilling was made, and I spent the better part of a week just going back and forth, and I just had sandpaper basically. So I was just, and it's a lot of sanding, and definitely you need tools in order to make that process way faster. But I was really enjoying that every fine piece of shaping that I did, I just acknowledged that process, that if I'm going to do this more in the future, definitely I'm going to buy more tools. But I was okay with, at my first go, just sanding everything. It took forever, but yeah, I'll show you what I ended up with. It ended up being a bulldog, and it ended up looking like this. So it's obviously not perfect, but it looks like a bulldog, and I don't know what to really say, because it feels a little bit like when you do a drawing when you're 5 years old and you have to show it to your parents, and you are standing there, do not know what you have to say. But I really enjoyed this process. What I'm pleased with actually is that this was just like a square where only the drilling was made. And even though I can see now that there's like 100 things that I would have done differently just for the first go, I kind of made it into a decent I say decent bulldog shape, with the saddle stem here. But hey, it's the first try. I haven't smoked it yet. I don't know if I want to smoke it. It's kind of like a virgin to me right now, where if I smoke it, it will be smoked forever. I don't know why I'm dreading it. Should you smoke your first pipe? Should you leave it unsmoked forever? I don't know. I don't know why I'm putting so much thought into it, but I haven't smoked it. I really want to smoke it. Should I do it? Please comment. So I finished that, and I'm going back to the unnamed pipe maker this weekend, and I'll show him this, and I'm a little bit anxious to see if he says to see whatever he says. But I'm working on another piece, since he gave me two of these do-it-yourself kind of blocks, so he just drilled it for me. And I just now finished removing all of the square stuff that was around. So I'm starting to shape it now, and you can see right now this is what we're working with. It started out like a complete square, so I'm starting very, very roughly to shape it down to the shape of a bulldog stem. So it's kind of the same process that I went through with the first one, but now, as I said, I know 100, if not 1,000 things that I want to do different with this one. So this is a perfect process for me, since you come to realize that if you want to do this, or if you want to learn something, it goes for everything, but you have to make mistakes. So this pipe, all of the mistakes will help me on this one. I don't know why I came across a guy. No, I didn't come across a guy. That's something totally different. We had actually at my work, I'm a teacher, we had a subject about whether students were writing something like a essay on what do you learn from making mistakes. I was just thinking about this, was what I had in my head, that if you want to learn this, you have to make millions of mistakes, and you keep making mistakes. So I think this goes back to me dreading to start this process, because I was postponing it because I knew I had to make a lot of mistakes, and that created a lot of anxiety in me. But that shouldn't hold you down. So I ended up accepting, I think this is the point I'm trying to make, I ended up accepting that, okay, let's just start making mistakes, and let's see where it takes me. And that was actually a guy that I just recently sold a Castello pipe to. I hope you're watching. Since he just gave me an amazing tip. He just said, if you want to do this, just remember to enjoy it. And that just kind of resonated with me. I also do this kind of, the whole pipe hobby, restoring, collecting, smoking, everything I do because I really, really enjoy it. It's to the point where I now can't live without it, and I can't help myself from doing it. And that's what brought me to starting this process, and wherever it's gonna lead to, I will just have fun with it, and I will enjoy it. It might just end up with me carving out a few pipes for myself, and I will smoke those, and I will enjoy it, and I'll be happy with that. And I don't know. Right now I'm having a ton of fun, but this is where it's at right now. And what I'm really now, so I'm gonna finish this one, and then I can feel that, okay, already here I learned so much that what I now want to do is I want to make it from complete scratch. So because I feel like I cheated a little bit, I really don't want to call this my first pipe yet, since I did not do everything on it. Whenever I'm making it completely from the block and I do the drilling, that is what I'm like looking at right now as the mountain between me and my end goal, is that I need to figure out how I can do that process before I can say that I can actually make a pipe. So that is my next goal, since staining and buffing and sanding, finishing I've done that so many times from restoring pipes. I feel like I have that technique, the finishing. I can create a mirror finish and I can stain a pipe and I can wax a pipe. Now I'm working on trying to shape it. And I'm not talking about learning it where I'm saying I did it once or twice and I can do it. I'm in my head I have it like before I have tried it. I do not know the process that I'm going through. So even though I'm going through the process doing a horrible job, at least I've been through it, so I know what I have to do. That's what I'm trying to check on my list. So what I still in my head right now have in front of me, where I have no idea what I'm gonna be doing, is the drilling stuff. I have no clue what I'm gonna be doing. So that is what I'm gonna be tackling next. Since when I started with these two blocks, I didn't know how to shape them, but now I ended up with something where I can now see, okay, I understand what you have to go through more or less. And then comes the art of doing a good job. And that is just a process that you will probably never ever finish. There are people, to me this is like an art form, and it's just funny that these are practical tools that you use for smoking tobacco, but on top of it comes this whole handcraft and history and craftsmanship that is just I'm really fascinated by it. Anyways, yeah, it's funny since I feel kind of naked showing you guys this, and I actually started this video over a few times because I don't know, I guess you could say you feel kind of vulnerable when you are showing the learning process and you are just completely naked and you know nothing. So I think what I'm fascinated about is that I think I really like to start a new process, jumping into something and learning something that you have completely, where just completely new, and just taking everything in and trying to learn something new. I think that is really something that I really enjoy. But it also comes with a lot of, I guess you could say anxiety. But in a good way. I don't mean anxiety. I mean more like it's yeah. For me, this is a little bit like jumping out of an airplane and you don't know if the parachute will hold you. You risk just landing flat on your stomach. And I'm really putting myself out here risking that, exactly. So I hope you will join me on this process. I will still do whatever you used to see on the YouTube channel, but I will probably talk a little bit about this. We will see. So again, let me know, should I smoke this? If I do, I will definitely make a video with me smoking it the first time, if I decided to light it up. Okay, guys, thank you so much for listening. It means the world to me, and have a great evening. Thanks for watching. Bye.